Yo, yo. Oh, yeah. We live. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We live.
Yeah, we live. What up, world? It's your boy, Eric Stackz from My Rap Mentor. And you already know who I'm rapping. Hot 702.5 FM. Let's get it. Today, we got a special guest. Introduce yourself, man.
How y'all doing? 702.5. It's Kyron Meadowz. 702's on, Las Vegas Rays, 89106.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How y'all doing, man?
So, for the people that don't know you, tell them where you from
Oh, yeah.
and what you do as well.
Las Vegas, Nevada, born and raised, 89106, man, from Lake Mead. Same as all the way to Lake Mead, Inglestead. But I'm an artist. I'm a rapper. When it come down to it, though, entrepreneur, when it come down to it.
Yeah.
But more about I'm an artist, and I'm really just finding myself far as with this artistry and starting to put it together. So, yeah.
How long? What inspired you to get into this? Like, take me all the way back. This is My Rap Mentor. So we're just speaking for the up and coming artists that's they just want to get a little insight on how to go about their career. Take me all the way back. What got you inspired to do music? I'm pretty sure you didn't wake up one day and want to do music.
Nah, not really, not at all. Cause I wish it was that easy. But when it came down to it, what was going on is I remember myself always just liking music, always being in love with music, but I never took the initiative to say I'm gonna do some music. And I say when I was probably like 11, 12 years old.
That's the same time.
I say like 11, 12 years old. Me and my friends. I'm trying to stop this right now. So I can go on. I'm trying to go live. People,
Yeah.
I apologize, people. That's it. But yeah, it was like 11, 12 years old. Me and a group of friends in the neighborhood that we all grew up in. We all decided that we wanted to do some music and take a chance on it and see how it goes. And just being young, we didn't have everything that we were supposed to have, so we was using regular earphones and a computer, you know what I'm saying, like right next to it, like really trying to get it in.
Yeah, I remember. It's not like a karaoke.
Yeah.
We used to like bootleg.
Hey man, whatever worked, done. That's what it was. So that's really was the notion of it, and I kind of fell in love with it because we was all making our own sound. We was all doing something creative. You know what I'm saying? Although we was bad and doing stuff, we was trying to stay out the streets and do stuff. So we was trying to make sure we was good. And that right there, I really fell in love with just seeing that we can actually make something and make some things happen.
How long did it take you to get good?
Man, I ain't trying to sound like a cocky and I came off like when I started first writing, it was kind of easy, but I say just taking so many breaks, you really ask yourself that question. You know what I'm saying? And now that I'm getting back into it and really trying to craft it and really make sure it's done right, I would say about 3 years ago.
About 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Well, if you don't mind asking, what made you take the breaks?
Just life.
Life?
You know what I'm saying? And like everybody say, I don't want to be so cliche about it, but just life, period. When you're dealing with things that's going on, you find yourself trying to make sure things is taken care of. You know what I mean? Because sometimes dreams is dreams, you know what I mean? But sometimes they're not paying the bills. You know what I mean? So you kind of put things on the back burner to go make something happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you from Vegas? Or?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
I've never been anywhere else.
You're a rare person. I haven't met
Yeah.
a lot of people that was from Vegas. Do you ever see yourself leaving?
Oh, most definitely. I really do. Because when it comes down to it, I want to travel. Like, that's my biggest thing ever. Like, I just want to travel.
It don't be hard to travel once you grew up out here? Once I moved out here, I ain't gonna lie, I still want to travel, but I don't urge to travel as much.
Right, because people like this, like the paradise of where you want to go to.
So growing up here, like, is it hard to want to travel more, or you're just used to it?
Yeah, because it's a melting pot. You know what I mean? You got so many people come from everywhere. Like, it's nothing to be at school and then turn around and ask a person that's from Argentina, like, how was Argentina out there? Oh, before we moved here, it was like this and like that. So you get a feel of it. But there's never the time where you're going to sit back and be like, I don't want to go there. Like, you always want to go somewhere. And being Vegas is so hot and just a melting pot, as I was saying. You want to explore. It makes you want to explore because you have so many people coming here from different countries and stuff that it just gives you the idea saying, hey, I want to get out and go do something else myself.
Okay. So take me, like, I like that you said, and not being an entrepreneur. This is one of the main things I try to preach on the show, from taking our mindset from just being an artist, a rapper, to an entrepreneur. What made you get into that mind state?
Just on my father's side of the family, everybody always been entrepreneurs.
Was it since you was younger?
Yeah, since I was young, because I initially got into tune as far as like really around my dad's side of the family. I was always around them, you know what I mean? But really in tune with them when I was like 7, 8 years old. And at the time when it came down to it, my father and my uncle, they had a store. It's called Proper Gear. It was right there on Monroe and 8th Street. But along with that, they were selling clothes and stuff. So me being there, I really wasn't selling no clothes. So I picked me up some pixie sticks, some incense, you know what I'm saying, little beads and stuff like that, and started selling it. And I was in the middle of the street doing my thing. But that's where the entrepreneurial came from, knowing that I could put some self-work in and get some self-worth out, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, how do you think that applies to your music career?
Right now, I'm really checking it. It's kind of crazy because I'm moving around in the circle right now to tell myself when it comes down to business and you're seeing yourself as an entrepreneur to make sure you do your things with the right money, because a person at McDonald's become a millionaire have to do the right thing with their money. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? It's not about where you're working and how much you're making. It's about what you're doing with your money. So now I'm trying to set myself back and know what I'm doing with my money on account of me doing with my business to make sure I'm doing it right.
Okay. How important do you think being an entrepreneur is to being? Are you signed? Are you independent?
No, I'm independent.
How important do you think being having an entrepreneurial like mind state is? How do you think it's important to fit the rap game, especially independent? What's your touch on that?
I feel it's real important because when it comes down to it, you got people that are knowledgeable in other areas. You mean, and if they can come to you as a person that doesn't know anything and you're unknowledgeable and you don't know anything about your money and management or anything, how to move things around, they can come and swindle you.
Yeah, that's probably why a lot of you hear those stories. Yeah. I feel like we don't have an excuse today.
Right.
Like back then, like in the TLC era, I get
man, come on, Raid and Waterfall, they wasn't raiding no money.
But yeah, I do think like it's we don't really have no excuse today. Tonight. I mean, of course, we're never gonna know as much as someone that went to school for, but you can learn enough. So, do you read up on stuff? Do you?
I read, man. I read. I really do.
If you had to recommend some books for a new artist that's just starting fresh, what books would you recommend to get there?
John C. Maxwell, leadership roles. What it just shows you is how to be appointed and to being ahead and how to take action and stuff. So that's a good book. And another thing right now, as far as just being an entrepreneurship, to get your mindset in the right place. If people haven't heard of Napoleon Hill, of course, Think and Grow Rich.
It's a good one. I haven't read it.
Yeah, it's a great one. It's like I call it the Bible of books. You just don't. You just don't jump in there and just, you know what I mean, just start reading and just reading word from word. That's something you can pick up every day, and you really realize like, oh snap, like I can get to this part right here, or this part right here is cool. So yeah.
Why you think most rappers don't think like that, or don't seem to?
Well, I would say most rappers don't think in a mind state of that because they're so in the midst of the now that it wraps them around on what they can do now, so they never think outsourced on what they can do and what they can be doing. So that's what gets them wrapped up in that mindset. That's what I believe.
That makes sense. You have a team with you, or?
I don't have a team. I have very strong individuals that I know that's doing their thing. They got their own team they rocking with, but I'm more of an individual basis because that's how I always been. But
how did you get, like, I'm still trying to build that specific team even for myself. How did you go about even picking these specific people?
Well, they right now it's God's plan. You know what I mean? Like they all fall into my hand. You got to see the ones that really want to see you win. Like I made a post the other day and said, if you ain't trying to see me win, you got to be in my circle. And that's for real. Like you got to understand when you're trying to go somewhere, you got to have people that's really trying to see you win. So that's if the cameraman want to be the cameraman, he the cameraman. The video man want to be the video man, he the dude that make the beats, he the dude to do the beats. Dude that rap, he the one that rap. Dude that, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody had their position, and everybody that fall in line with their position to make sure everybody get done and get there, because we all gonna win.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's important. It's hard to find that specific people that, like you said, play their position and comfortable in it. Usually like egos be crossing and
a lot of egos. Too much ego.
Did you have to run through a bunch of bad people to get to that point?
Right now I haven't even I won't even say like I'm deeply experienced in the music game. Like I haven't even ran into a lot of people, but just God knowing how knowledgeable I am as far as just trying to keep myself humble and sane about things that I know that I'm gonna come across some things that I just have to know that my eyes is open and I pay attention to.
Yeah, man, but I'm glad you said put the entrepreneur like mind state. I tried to preach that so much on here, man. We need that today. I'm not saying we don't need labels, but you don't necessarily need a label to get off the ground if you got everything in order. And how long do you think it's gonna take? Just a personal question for more entrepreneurial artists to think that way before it become common practice.
It's happening now.
You think it's happening now?
You know what I'm saying? RP the Nip Hustle. It's happening now. You know what I'm saying? Because when it came down to people seeing everything that was going on with him, how much he was paying attention to his own self and making sure that he was covered with his masters and owning all things that he put out, that really opened up people's mindset and really seeing that he was getting all of his. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said, big up RP to him. But yeah, and that mindset, people are really, a lot of rappers are looking at that and seeing if they can take notes from it. So I
kind of got to that mindset on accident. Like a few years ago, I started falling in love with entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And then I accidentally started realizing, like, low key, this can kind of mix in with the hip hop stuff. Yeah, I kind of stumbled on accident. I didn't really grow up around like a lot of entrepreneurs, so I picked it up a little later. One of the best things, most
definitely,
wish I learned that earlier.
Most definitely.
So, who who inspired you to do music?
Man, everybody. I want to sound so cliche.
Take me back.
I want to sound so cliche, but yeah, I was in my room one day. I'm not even gonna lie, like really kicked me off, and I must have was going through my mom's boyfriend's stuff. He was from Memphis. You know what I mean? I was just going through his stuff, and I was going through his CDs, and I saw a red CD. I didn't know what it was. It was all red.
It was glowing.
Let me pop it in. I just said, let me play it. I popped it in, and it happened to be the Carter.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was
you picked it up. Was it glowing? Like,
yeah, felt like it. You know what I'm saying? But it was the Carter.
It was the Carter.
Yeah, Lil Wayne, and like just hearing him rap, and then just listen. I used to listen to Go DJ probably 100 times in a row until the CD got burnt on the side of it. Got burnt up. Yeah, I listened to it over and over.
You was fried
and over. Yeah, I fried it. Yeah, most definitely I fried it. Most definitely I fried it.
So you would say Wayne was the first artist that made you want to pick the pen up?
Most definitely. Then I used to watch his movies as young, like you know what I'm saying, Block is Hot, 500 Degrees, stuff like that. I used to actually watch those movies with my mom's boyfriend. So I was like put on to him, but I didn't know he was an artist as himself. I thought it was just, you know what I'm saying, I thought it was just a movie. I'm a kid. I'm not paying attention too much of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, but
Lil Wayne gets slept on. Lil Wayne.
Oh my God, man, it's the GOAT, man.
People like
give him his flowers right now.
Yeah, people don't. I feel like they overlook a lot of those artists in that era a little bit.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Why you think they just overlook them?
When it come down to it, it's because you got to think who was then, and you know what I'm saying, who was glowing right then. You know what I'm saying, who was really popping. Like during like Wayne was always Wayne, you know what I'm saying? He didn't went through genres and, you know what I'm saying, capitalized through genres and he had so many fans and so many people, so many things he could do. But yeah, that's just it, man.
So was it any other artists like
Twister?
Oh
man, I used to remember listening to Kamikaze all the time. That's probably why I rap so fast, man.
I remember that Twister,
like, yeah. But why you rapping so fast all the time? Like, man, Twister. I used to listen to Twister a lot, and yeah, I can say that's
got a good range of music.
Yeah.
Is it you being here from growing up, born and raised in Las Vegas? Is there any artists other than Dizzy Wright that's making a decent name?
Yeah, but it was a lot of old artists
that
used to be going in and going out, but like right now, yeah, there's a lot of artists that are making themselves.
Well, you know, like it's a lot of artists out here, but like that a little more known outside of Vegas.
Right now, I know I just heard Lil Sox. His song was on the radio.
I'm starting to hear him.
It's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him for grinding what he got to do. But there's a lot of artists going on, man. It's a lot of artists doing their thing right now.
Vegas got a lot of talent. I'm not just saying that. They got a lot of talent.
Yeah, a lot of talent, bro. I mean, I can sit here and name many and multiple people, you feel me? Just shout out to people that I really mess with, you feel my boy YG. And other people that's really doing their thing, Free West, Sky Vegas, you know what I'm saying? I can really jump on and count more, you feel me? It's niggas that's really doing their thing. And that's really, you know what I'm saying, out here doing it. So forgive me if I don't, you know what I'm saying, get your name out to you. But just know, you feel me, if I support you, share anything that you have, you already know.
Yeah,
support for real.
But going back to, you said Twister.
Yeah.
Did anybody today or back then directly impacted your actual music? Like as far as
Kendrick
sound?
Lamar.
Kendrick?
The reason why I say Kendrick Lamar is because he just opened up my mind to knowing that good kid, Mad City, I felt that.
Yeah, me too.
I felt it 100% because I don't bang. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know I don't bang. You know what I'm saying? But I've been in the trenches. I hang like a coat hanger. You feel what I'm saying? And it just get down to it where everything that he was saying and how he putting things in perspective and how he wrapped his stories around and be able to put that in artistry was amazing to me. So it opened up my broader understanding of you can actually make music and talk and get your mind and your point across and as well have that delivery for everybody to love.
And it still sound good. It wasn't like all
Sounded great.
Like it still had a nice sound to it, still listenable. Because sometimes, let's be real, some of the concerts they'll be boring.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And that's what I was saying. I was saying the same thing. Like a lot of you know what I'm saying, rap. You like, oh my god,
it be boring. Like I ain't gonna lie, like just
But he's dope though, man. The reason why I say he's really really dope artist. You got to think. He just dropped what? Damn, disappeared. Before that, he dropped, you know what I'm saying, Tupac, To Pimp a Butterfly. I want to call it Tupac so bad, forgive me. But yeah, and it's like he's dropping classic work.
Yeah, almost all his albums.
Yeah, it's just classic, bro. Like you can go back and go listen to his work.
It ain't listenable. They're not all
exactly.
boring.
Yeah, it has standards.
Yeah, I really respect how he was able to blend a message with like listenable music. Yeah, because that's very hard to do. Usually you got to turn up. It's fun, but it's stupid. Or then you got like the conscious stuff. Yeah, that's boring. Right. So he found a way to. Do you try to strive with that with your personal music?
I would say sometimes I'll put a little bit of here and there. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time I'm just trying to be me. I'm really not out trying to make sure I hear grab their ear, make sure I say what they want to hear, say what they want. I'm just really saying me, because once I give it out, it's to the people, and that's what I'm really learning right now. It's just time to get my music together and give it out to the people. That's it.
So you always approach your music like that, or?
Nah. I used to just sit there and just write, just sit there and freestyle. Most of the time, just freestyle. I never had no plan of like, oh, what I'm gonna do. Now I'm getting real structural as far as, you know what I'm saying, taking my time, how I'm doing things, making sure I'm writing my chorus, my hook, my standby, stuff like that. So.
What was the difference between transitioning from a freestyler per se to a songwriter?
I was always jumping at the verses first.
Because there's a lot of people that be asking that. So
I was jumping at the verses first. I never had no structure.
Oh, you
so it's like this.
That's that Wayne.
It's like shit, he's good, but when he gonna stop? Yeah, so it's like he ain't gonna stop. He just gonna keep going. So you know. That's how it was. So I try to find some structure in it.
That little Wayne just go.
Yeah. I be on it trying to turn up on something real quick, but shit.
Was it hard transitioning to that songwriting point?
Not at all, because I used to write poems.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I loved English class.
Oh,
love English class.
In that.
Man, I would slide a girl a note. Hey, what you think? Oh, it's nice. I like that. It's beautiful. Yeah, real quick.
No, I was asking that too because a lot of artists struggle with songwriting. They usually could rap, but they couldn't write songs.
Right.
So like a lot of people that watch the show be having problems with that too. A lot of times they can't transition with songwriting. So like take them through your process, like when you first was learning. Like imagining you're teaching young you. And you what would you teach that person? Well, the young you.
You have to get imagination popping. You have to get your imaginary, like you have to get your mind very, very open, so it can reel in whatever is out there. Because words aren't similes for a reason. Like, you know, so you got words that sound like accents. You just got to really put your mind together for that simple reason. And then sometimes you just got to really dig into yourself. So for people that's really like getting to that transition and structure, and just sit and just think about things that you've been through. Because now. That's why I told myself I'm tired of my music being so hypothetics and cliche and stuff. Like lately, I've been writing a lot of like real music. You feel me? It's still gonna put some of the hype in it or some of the, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay. But when it comes down to it, it's really, you know what I'm saying, something I'm really trying to get across, because I need people to feel where I'm coming from. Because they're like, if you're gonna come out as an artist, but last week he was just a barber. You feel me? Because I cut hair. You feel me? That's what I really do. I really do cut hair. Like, I got to cut hair after this interview. You feel what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, I been love music, so I want to show people why I love music and really give them myself with that.
Okay. Was it hard to start putting yourself in the music?
Nah.
It wasn't?
Nah, because I just been around it and been around so many people that's been doing it. And then it's just like, it's all about taking yourself serious, you know what I mean, and telling yourself and be dedicated and consistent on it. That's all it really is.
How did you do you listen to any other music outside of just the hip hop genre?
Outside of the hip hop,
or even if it's in hip hop, just outside of the more popular stuff.
Like little street, underground, a little bit like that. But he started to make a big name for himself. I've been listening to it for the last couple of years. Babyface Ray. I listen to him every day. I don't know why folks like gravitate to him. Everything, my music, everything. I listen to him every single day. Like, I don't know why. I can't stop listening to folks. You know what I'm saying? He really be talking that. But when it comes down to that, that's just really
begin your imagination.
What I really listen to, because I don't really listen to too many people, because I'm really into myself to make sure I'm staying on track with myself. So other than that, I'm listening to the sounds of the nature and world. I'll be quiet all the time. On everything. I'll be outside smoking, you know what I'm saying, relaxing,
vibing.
Hell yeah, that's it. And just vibing with nature. Let's listen how things going to get my mind together.
So going back to the songwriting thing, so you said get your imagination up. Is it any other like your process?
Oh yeah, put a beat on, man. Put a beat on. Drop it. Just go through some beats and feel that beat. Cause sometimes you'll start rapping inside and your mouth won't move. You know what I mean? You know that's it right there. You get them chills. So most definitely put that beat on. Press play. And other than that, get around some good vibes. You know what I mean? Cause you might be around your best friend, your girlfriend, anybody, and they may say something, and you might be like, okay, that's a bar right there. That's a hook.
Yeah, that's how we doing. If I think it's how old.
Yeah, I can write that right now. Throw it in the notes.
There, like record it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Do you when you make your songs, do you like write to the beat first? Do you scat? Do you freestyle? Like,
most of the time, I find myself doing better when I just write, and then I go find a beat to match the tempo with it. Because that means I put more of myself out than I try to put into the beat. Because sometimes you can listen to a beat and you can get kind of shaded on what you want to say because you listen to that beat so much. You want to be on beat. You want to make sure you dropping this and saying that. So sometimes, most of the time, majority of the time, I just go ahead and write, and I go find something to go ahead and find the tempo with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the. I usually just. It's mostly just the beat. I usually just go in there if I feel it.
Right.
They put the words in. You send me your music?
No, I'm about to go ahead and send it right now. Let's try to
right
get
now.
line.
Right now. We talking about music,
right?
Go
ahead and get it going.
You talking about the writing process? Music, but
I'm gonna get you something going.
That's cool. But yeah, man. So how long you been doing music? Like, well, okay. How long have you been writing?
Oh, I've been writing for like 10 years. For a long time, since I was like 16 years old. Probably a little younger than that.
A little younger than that?
Yeah, but that's when I can really remember that. I was like, okay. And a lot of times when I was like 15, because I had a lot of downtime. A lot of downtime.
That's the best time to get some skills.
A lot of downtime.
How long was you doing it professionally? Like when you decided I want to make this a career?
Oh, shoot, it just started, man. I'm not finna start act like I just been out here doing my thing. I really just jumped out, told myself to get my business straight, get things going, and start doing it professionally, because the things that I'm doing and the type of music I'm putting together, I don't feel like I need to be doing it for free.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
How the hell you just jump in the game like that with that mind? Well, you said you had the entrepreneur.
Yeah. And I'm just seeing a lot of people do things wrong. You know what I mean? When it comes down to it, and a lot of people that have talent, a lot of people that have, you know what I'm saying, sources to do things, and they're still doing it wrong. So it's just like, if you can go ahead and capitalize and see what people are doing wrong and do it right, you know what I'm saying?
What are some of the things you think a lot of artists in our similar position is doing wrong?
Getting big headed. You gotta understand, and getting discouraged as well. A lot of people get discouraged when it comes down to, 2 people listen to my song. I thought 100 people was gonna listen, or only 2 people mess with my song when I thought 30 people was. You know what I'm saying? They get discouraged, so they kind of put less of that intensity and less of that passion in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they, you know what I mean? And then on the other side of it, it's just, I would just say people just have to know that you can't let nobody else stop your grind.
Yeah, it could be discouraging sometimes when you get like 50 views on the video and shit. It could be discouraging and shit. That's why we got this platform, so you can learn.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Keep it going, man. Keep it going.
Yeah, like have you ever released something that didn't do as well as you thought?
Oh man, I feel like all my stuff is not doing as well as I thought right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, let me go get my business straight, man. Because when you do your business and you get everything straight, and you start understanding the platform, you know what I'm saying, and how music's supposed to go, then you start performing better, you start doing them, you know, so you start teaching and reaching out to the people, you start reaching out to the engineers, producers, you start doing things the correct way, so you start getting good results. When you just jumping in the pool, you feel me, with no trunks on, what you doing? You skinny dipping, you ain't got nothing. So you can jump in here when you ain't got nothing, you don't know nothing, you know, so I'm just trying to learn, and that's it.
But yeah, you do got a point. We'll play it like a little later, because I don't know what to go to, but yeah, man, it could be discouraging. I'm not gonna lie, I had to go through that point. I mean, it's still, even my stuff still don't do the way I want it to.
Right.
I think one of the best ways to get over that, you just gotta set like personal benchmarks. Do you do that for yourself when you?
I do, but one thing about it is, what I'm learning is, when you saturate something, like when you over market something, just keep putting it in, it's soon to be seen. Yeah. It's soon to be played, it's soon to be heard. So right now, I'm just thinking about productivity, just putting in the work.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense, man. You got a good mind state, man. You need to write a book, man. You need to write a book, a vlog or something, bro. But where can they find your music at?
Right now I have about five videos on YouTube. You can go ahead and check my YouTube page and subscribe. It's Meadowz Way or No Way. Go ahead and type in Kyron Meadowz. That's with a Z because they sleeping on me. And, but other than that, Spotify. I have a single I just dropped on Spotify called Done Bleeding. That's under the tags of Risk and Reward. That's the mixtape I was hoping to drop, but I'm kind of taking some steps back on it.
Okay.
Yeah. And other than that, I have some music as well on SoundCloud. Kyron Meadowz. That's with an S on that one. Because it was made by somebody else, and they just had hurry up and did it. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? I said, now they sleep on me. You know what I'm saying? But that was it.
Okay. Like, you got any like future goals, man? Like, without telling everything, you don't know. But like, what's your ultimate goal with this music thing? I just want to know. What's your ultimate goal?
First of all, I just want my city to love me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting that city work. You know what I'm saying? Really let them know that I'm trying to get their exposure out there as far as it's a city, and just let them know there's talent here, there's grind here, and then get to the next. You know what I'm saying? Because once the city love you, you know what I'm saying, the next will come. So that's really my grind right now. You know what I'm saying? My determination to make sure I make that happen, just to make a name for myself as of right now, and then take it from there. Really take it from there. And another major goal is to flood the streets with merch. Flood the streets with merch, man.
I see if you looking.
You know what I mean? Might as well know it.
You trying to take the merch there from you, bro. You got any merch out and stuff?
Right now, I just actually curated some merch. It was kind of a thing that was made by my girl. She actually was like surprised me. She supports me a lot, you know what I mean? So she had went and made me some bags and you know what I'm saying, trays and you know what I mean, things of that sort, just to have my name on it, face on it. So and people was loving it. So that was just a good reaction I got from the people. So I put in my mind, said, hey, this is about to be your merch, man.
So how did you get the merch off? So when you did it, did you intend it to be merch or just kind of?
Nah, I intended to just be. It was just like, hey, I'm about to get a duffel bag with my face on it. You know, I'm finna get a weed tray. I'm always rolling, tired of putting weed on my table. You know, so stuff like that. And then when it came down to it, everybody was like, yo, when you dropping the merch, can I get it? Yo, where can I order it?
How did you feel? You look like what? Like how did?
Yeah, so I was like, what you saying? When people was actually inboxing me like, bro, can I get the bag? You know, when you gonna drop the shirts? Can I get the shirts? So all that was like, it was cool as hell.
That's crazy. How did you think you got people involved in it? Because usually a lot of artists, they release merch prematurely and people usually don't be behind it. So how do you think it was so successful for people to get behind it from you, like right away?
Because it's myself. You know what I mean? And people just know me for being myself. So when it comes down to it, when I put something on and they say Meadowz Way or No Way, you're like, oh, that's him for sure. But I've been doing it without how can I say this? Without somebody else behind me saying, oh, yeah, he the one that, you know what I'm saying, he making the merch or he need to make the merch. Like I'm just wearing my stuff. You know what I mean? That's all it is. So
that's yours too?
Yeah, no, this
something else. I'm like, you gotta give me one of those.
But when it all comes down to it, it's just like I'm just being myself. Meadowz Way or No Way. And I always just put that in, and I always put that on something, on my music. You know what I'm saying? Meadowz Way. You know what I'm saying? You hear my music, you're going to hear Meadowz, you're going to hear that chant. Okay. So it's just like, for it to just, people that actually love it, I feel like they're just loving me as a person, myself.
It seems like you put a lot of thought into everything you know, your stuff. It don't seem like you're just doing stuff. Do you? Well, you say you're just being you, but how important do you think just putting thought into your process, other than just doing what everybody else doing and just winging it?
Well, thought is everything. Thinking is everything. You know what I'm saying? Word to E.T., Eric Thomas. You know what I'm saying? A worker gonna go work, but a boss gonna really sit and think. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to it, you trying to get your mindset together. Thinking is everything. Because once you think and that thought is masterminded, you gonna go do it.
Why it seems like people don't think no more?
Because it's like the now, man. You got stuff to.
It seems like people don't think no more, bro. Like people be scared to think. Like they catch themselves thinking, "Oh, I gotta stop."
You don't get a headache.
Yeah, I be feeling weird. I'm thinking like, "Oh,
I get a headache."
Am I weird? I'm thinking. Like,
yeah, I'll get a headache. Man.
How do you push through the noise? Like, you know, in this rap game, it's noisy. A lot of stuff going on. Sometimes you might even question your process because you see what everybody else is doing that seemingly is popular. How do you, in a noisy climate that's usually everybody copying off of everybody, how do you stay original to yourself?
Well, in a noisy climate, I smoke a lot of loud. No, I'm just playing. So I'll be quiet now. But no, when it's going on, you know, that's why it's good to stay within self and make sure that self is always corrected. You know what I mean? Because you'll never be too easily, you know what I'm saying, influenced by anything else or what nobody doing. You'll always really stay in your lane. And I just thank God for that, you know what I mean? That I'm able to really stay in my lane in my own socks and shoes and not worry about yours, you feel me?
Was you always that confident in your process?
I would say always, because I never been a follower. I never been a follower, like, oh, I'm gonna do what they, oh, I'm gonna do. So I
never been a follower either, but I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I never did it because I couldn't do it, but sometimes it was. I did felt pressure when I was younger, like, man, should I? Yeah, I just couldn't do it. Like, so I know what you mean. So
most definitely.
Yeah, play some music, man. Play some music. We talk about the process over here.
Yeah, I got you, man. Let me put on something, man. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that single. Play that single for you.
Yeah.
That I put on Spotify.
Yeah, that's everywhere.
Yeah, right now Spotify, Apple Music. Yeah.
Let me know when you playing it though. But explain it. What's the name of it?
It's called Done Bleeding. It's a track that really and put myself into the shoes. I was at work, and, you know, when you sick and tired, you sick and tired. And I was just told myself, I said, you need to start taking music serious. You need to start taking yourself serious, not start taking life serious.
All right.
And
I'm ready to hear, man. I'm ready to hear. Yeah. So?
Man, I was just like, sitting there, man, I was like, God damn. You know, everybody feel me like, nigga say I'm tired as a motherfucker, man. Like, nigga done bleeding, getting the cuts and the wounds. Life gonna beat you up anyway, but you really gotta whip his ass. You feel me? I say I'm done bleeding, though, like, fuck it. Shit. Give me the care package. And that's for real. It's Meadowz. Everybody get care package. Yeah. I'm done bleeding, I can't take it no more. I light up on my back, even my shoulders is sore. I water my seed, hoping my flower will grow. Wait your time and grow, it's coming for show. Love yourself like nobody else won't. I'm done bleeding, I just figured you know. Love yourself like nobody else won't. I'm done bleeding, I just figured you know. Game over, I done really got older. From a hard-head youngin' to a man with a daughter. Wishing certain things would end, but days got longer. Hustled through the weeks, but rent fell shorter. Pushing out the pack, remember, started off with a quarter. Failing all the time, I would move in no order. 14, first time, felony court order. Back then, everything was all cool and cordial. Wasn't signed to the streets, so I guess I'm a forger. Jacks instead of J's, and sometimes it was forces or K-Swiss. I should've had an endorsement. Single mother did a thing, younger life I enjoyed it. Hustling at the age of 9, was too young for employment. House selling whatever, now I sell my performance. Keep my business to myself, never know who will form it. Pushing out this foe, like I'm stuck in the corner. I say I'm done bleeding, I can't take it no more. I light up on my back, my shoulders is sore. Yeah. Man, I water my seed, hoping my flower will grow. They told me, Meadowz, wait your time and grow. It's coming for show. Love yourself like nobody else won't. I'm done bleeding, I just figured shit out. Attention, I'm teaching, giving out pointers. You want a lawyer or retain, don't want one that's appointed. They defending the public, the name public defenders should warn you. Black men have a weapon, police is willing to harm you. We bleed the same blood, but my complexion alarming. It sickens me, niggas get to step to the altar. Try to alter things instead of posting and talking. I'm Rambo Martin, mean I'm toting and walking. Last night another life lost in front of my apartment. City full of wicked shit, I'm trying to move from the darkness. Make my niggas drive to their purpose while changing my parking. Dreams couldn't fit my head, man, they too damn enormous. A nigga hot with this, like a 40 recording. Meadowz way, been away, bitch, I'm feeling important. I just sold a pack for 23 and me feeling like Jordan. Knowing damn well that's not gonna help me jump on the Forbes. Ain't never sold the rock, but business move on over. I came from the dirt, but now I'm chilling with roses. I'm done bleeding now, but this war far from over. Like can have you everything, please watch for the poison. You got yourself in this life, X out who avoid you. Don't let them demons ever pick time to annoy you. Fall in love with yourself, man, you gotta enjoy you. Try to get your own business, you gotta employ you. Can't let nobody take what's yours, this world can be forceful. On the other side of pain, work with it, it's gorgeous. Don't ever play with time, each second a fortune. I'm done bleeding now, self-healing important. I say healing important, I'm done bleeding now, self-healing important. Self-healing important.
yo. Hey, that shit was fire, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
That shit was fire. That's the new single.
Yeah. Done Bleeding, good on
Man,
Spotify.
I was catching them bars in that too, bro. Now I know you get down like that, bro.
Yeah,
Nah,
appreciate
that shit was fire, man. It reminded me of like kind of similar to Nipsey a little bit, like the back then stuff.
Yeah.
That shit hard. Like, what was your take me through? What was the mind when you wrote that? What was you thinking?
Again, like I was saying, I was sitting at work, man, and when you in them cubicles, man, I was working at a little call center. You know what I'm saying? Them cubicles. Sitting next to people, man, you really be tired. Like, you be tired of sitting there talking to phones, people get on the phone, talk to you anyway like that. And I just ain't never been too good with a job anyway. God bless me. I can always get a job, you know what I'm saying? Just my natural abilities. But I was sitting there really just thinking, like, life is just what it is, and you gotta go make it better. So if you're gonna sit here and be crying about anything or down about something, ain't nobody gonna hand you nothing to make it better. You gotta make it better for yourself.
Yeah, man. I definitely felt the passion, the pain in that. Like, it felt like it came from a real place. It didn't sound like you just saying some stuff.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Tell them where to find that again. Tell them where to find that.
Oh yeah, find that at Spotify. Go ahead and type that in Spotify. Get that. It's gonna be Done Bleeding.
Tell all your socials too.
It's gonna be Done Bleeding. So you can go ahead and get that on iTunes as well. It's on Spotify, and you can go ahead and find me on my IG. You can go ahead and get me at The Real Meadowz. That's DAREAL MEADOWZ. And then on Facebook, it's Kyron Meadowz with a Z. And Twitter, The Real Meadowz. So yeah.
And on SoundCloud, S.
My SoundCloud, Kyron Meadowz. Yeah, but with an S, man. I'm gonna have to go change that so y'all don't never get lost.
You got it on YouTube?
Right now,
you got a video with it?
No, I don't have a video. That's about to be my next video. I'm gonna drop my YouTube is Kyron Meadowz. That's with a Z, but you can go ahead. Once you go ahead and look for my subscription, it's gonna be Meadowz Way or No Way. So I did change the name on that one.
Definitely gotta. Yeah, man. But I really like the song too, man. I like. I could tell you've been writing for a while because the small details, like the way you painted the picture, the beat, the flows, everything. So, man, like, even the hook. I like the hook. So you just woke up and knew how to rap, or it took years?
It just took years for it to develop. I mean, I used to, like I was telling my boy, he asked me the same question. I used to really be like walking around the house like mumbling, jumbling, trying to put stuff together. I just think it sound good, but it never came to me until I actually started listening to music and really going to it. So it really, and then I say it really hit me after my cousin passed away. My cousin Jay passed away. He was very, 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 very into his music, and he's a great father, a great person as well. And he started well after me. Like he was only rapping for like 2 years, but his progression in it was like jaw dropping. You know what I mean? Like how good he was for making songs and making hooks, and just so it was just like when you got a gift and it's natural, God gonna let you know that, and he realized that. And he started putting in the work with it, you know what I'm saying? Just, unluckily, you know what I'm saying, his life was took early. But, yeah, that right there really put a different hold on me right there to take it more serious in a matter of seeing how somebody with something can really go somewhere and start doing things with it. But, you know, you got to make sure you be around the right people so you can get to where you got to go.
Yeah, so you say even IC was like, damn, y'all ain't got no song together yet?
Nah, we don't. And that's crazy. I've been on IC since I was a kid. He didn't even know that. I grew up with the same neighborhood, everything. So since a kid.
So you got like a mixtape or something coming out?
I was supposed to be dropping Risk and Reward, but
you did say that.
As a thinking man, I've been sitting back and just looking at the market and how the game is right now, and singles is winning.
Yeah, I was telling
singles is winning.
Yes, I'm glad you said that. I was telling a person I know, they was trying to drop a whole project. They was asking me, and I was like, do you have a fan base already? They was like, no. So I'm like, just keep dropping singles.
That's it.
Yeah.
Build that fan base up.
Just keep dropping singles. You drop enough, you can just say it's an album.
Because exactly, and just put it all together for your single hits. Because one thing I know for a fact, when it comes down to it, when you are putting out bodies of work and you don't have a fan base, it looks like this right here. Like I'm gonna like kind of put the notion in like, he has another, but not one song here is popping. He's just putting out shit, and they push it to the side.
You can go a long way if you push the right single
period
to the right fan base. You can go a long way. I understand why most artists want to just drop. I think they're copying off of the commercial people.
They are.
So how do you separate Because there's some things you could learn from the commercial acts, and there's some things you can't. How do you separate what to take from commercial acts as far as strategies or branding or whatever, and what not to take from them?
See, what I do is I like to watch a lot of artists that are from the bottom that are coming up, because the thing about it is what you can see is the organic movements that they're making, and it's the true move that the people are liking. So when it comes down to that, I really pay attention to that and what they're doing, on account of me knowing a lot of these people there, they're not knowing the game is visually set. So you see in 1 week, you got a cat that he was just shooting a video at a bus stop, right? But that song got 5,000 views, 10,000 views, right? So what does he do? He be smart. He said, let me go rent this Airbnb. That's 5 bedroom, nice pool. Go give me a little jewelry, because I'm getting some views now. People want to see me do something. You feel me? And then they take it on that market so people can see the growth. People like to see people growing.
Yeah. People do like the. I started realizing that recently, because when I first did my journey, I was all mad. It wasn't like to the quality I wanted. But I have certain fans that be like, oh man, I remember when your stuff used to look like this. So people do want to see the.
Yeah, people want to see the growth, man. Like people want to really see the growth. And I kind of took that initiative because I have a song that's right now that I know I need to redrop, but I made it 2 years ago, and it's a hot song. When I say it's a hot song, it's already out, and it's on YouTube with a video, but I want to go back and take that video off. You know what I mean? But then exactly. So I thought about the growth process.
I mean, it's not bad. Is it?
It's not. No. It's organic. It's made myself. I made it myself. Me and my homie Trill Merc.
I'm pretty sure if it was bad, you would have been together. Right. You know, I'll keep it. I like seeing that too. To me, it's inspiring. Just when I watch people, it's certain people that I've watched from the get go, and I feel like I've been there the whole way. Now I look at their stuff now, like man, high budget. I remember when you was just in a bedroom,
right, bro. Exactly.
Bro. I try to tell a lot of artists too, don't look at what Jay-Z doing now, because realistically you can't do that. You have to go back. Yeah,
you got to think when he's outside hustling outside.
And I like that you said too, you said you look at it when it's organic and it's real. Plus it's more doable for
a person like myself and somebody that's coming up.
Is it anybody that you would say you modeled your career path after, as far as like your strategies? And
no, right now, because I've been doing so much thinking, like, you know what I'm saying, just, I wouldn't say outlandishly, but out, that when it comes down to it, that this artist may have a great way of marketing, he may have a great way of marketing, so it's mixed together. So it's like never that I'm really paying attention
just
to
one
person.
You just take a bunch of
but one artist that I really do look at is Money Man. Money Man is very smart. He's very smart, and he knows how to allocate his money. You know how to allocate, you know what I'm saying, a lot of things. And that's when it comes down to allocation. It's very important when you're dealing with a lot of stuff. So his marketing strategies and the way he does things is great.
How important do you think marketing is? I know it's a stupid question.
right. No.
Some people that don't know that, but how important do you think marketing is?
I believe it's super important. Like, it's to the point where I haven't even been marketing as I was supposed to, and I'll be whooping my own ass off for that. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be really knowing for a fact that marketing is so important that you must post your same video 1,000 times because 1,000 eyes haven't seen it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to post it every other hour because a different hour somebody else haven't seen it.
Yeah, you do got a point. One thing I had to learn for myself is you know how you release a song, right? Like, say that song you did 2 years ago. Yeah. Now to you it's old, but it's still millions of people haven't heard it. So to me it's a new track.
Period.
So like you could. Yeah, so I had to get over that for myself too, because I used to think like, oh, my mind is old. But then what reminded me, like, newer fans may come back to old song, like, oh, this fire.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, this shit like 2 years old.
But a person that brought my old track to memories of me was my own brother. He pulled up like, oh, shit, just jump it, man. You need to drop this shit again. He played it over and over and over again. He said, every time I wake up before I leave, I play your song. I'm serious.
You be listening back like, man, I was cold.
Like I'm listening like, damn, man. Yeah, but it's just like, for real, that's all it is, man. It's got to put that music out, like I said, because once it's out to the people, it's the people.
Yeah, that's the good thing about streaming too, even though the money is horrible. But the good fucking horrible. But I think the good thing about streaming is if I get onto your music, okay, it's probably tons of music I haven't heard from you. But from this point, if I stream you, all your old stuff gonna start servicing back up. Right. To me, they all new. So I do think streaming is good for like discovery and YouTube. So
most definitely, because I didn't jump. Spotify literally made me jump and listen to artists, and I'd be like, Who's this?
Uh-huh.
And I go jump to YouTube and go type in a video.
Yeah, that's
I
usually
go type in their name, and I'm like, oh, this is who this is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, damn,
you got a new
some
fan.
content.
Yeah,
you
got some content. You just got a new
Subscribe.
fan. Yep,
Yeah.
that's how I do. You got a new fan.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I do think streaming is very good for
Yeah,
discovery, not a money.
Yeah. Yeah, money it's real tricky. I don't know how you get paid 0.003 cents.
Yeah, what is that? Like, that even that's not even half a penny.
It's not even half a penny.
That's
It's like nothing.
free.
Yeah, I gave it to you for something.
Good thing you selling merch.
Yeah, everything.
Speaking of that too, do you think it's important to have a brand?
Most definitely.
Yeah, I think it's important.
Oh man, you have to be branded. You have to
Yeah.
be, because when it comes behind it, you gotta understand. You have 1,000 bread companies. You have 1,000 shirt companies. You have 1,000 gas stations. You know what I'm saying? You get where I'm going. 1,000 drinks. It's all about branding. Because all of them could have said this water. But they didn't take.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Shoes.
But they said this is Arrowhead
Deodorant.
water.
Yeah.
This is Fiji water, the best water from the mountains of this. And you know,
Uh-huh.
so branding is very important.
Branding,
because when you
yeah.
brand it, they're not just buying yourself, they're buying your brand.
Yeah, that's what most we just buying the brand,
Right.
for the most part.
Period, bro. Like I go buy a Pro Club, I'm like, well, I'm buying this. For
And
the
I think
brand.
it's super important for artists because, like we just said, I mean, streaming money is not. I think like 1 million streams from Spotify is only like $4,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
that's crazy.
Yeah, that ain't even count the money you probably put into marketing the
Period,
song.
period.
And 9 times out of 10, if you're an independent artist, you're not getting no million streams like
Right.
consistently. So I think it's very important. Like you built the brand, you got a message. So like you said with
Yeah.
them shirts, I know your music. I
Yeah.
feel so when I grab this shirt from you,
Yeah.
I feel your whole brand, your whole
Right.
message. So I do
Period.
think it's super important. Did you always think that way, or that's something you learned later?
That's just something that just actually got into my mind not too long ago. But I have a good friend, and I was always seeing his stuff, and every time I see his stuff, it's smoke up, smoke up, smoke up, smoke up, smoke up. Everything he got, smoke up. His brand, smoke. It's like he's branding himself to the point where you can't even touch something without it having his name on it. You know what I'm saying? So me realizing how important that was, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy again, YG, for that. It just really put my mindset on knowing you must brand yourself, and you must brand
Yes.
yourself to the ultimate branding because nobody knows you.
Exactly.
And that's when I want to get to a lot of artists too. When we was talking about discouragement and rappers, they stop thinking nobody is your fan. Stop thinking nobody supports you. Nobody knows you.
Yeah.
Nobody
You got a
knows
point.
you.
No one
Put
knows
in
you.
that work until
Yeah.
somebody know you. And then when you went from 100,000 views into 40,000 views, then you can go, oh, y'all hating now. y'all hating now.
Yeah,
'Cause I
yeah.
done seen numbers and now I'm doing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But till then, put in that work.
I think the problem too with a lot of newer artists, they don't build a brand, they don't have a message. So what they don't realize, it's a noisy game, right? There's millions of artists that I like.
Yeah.
So if I stumble onto you, like a lot of artists, when I see mistakes that they make, they don't have a brand. So
Period.
like I don't know you, like you said, I don't know you.
Yeah.
So people don't look at it's like real life. If I met you, right, and I don't introduce myself, how I'm gonna. But people don't think like that on social media. They don't really have a brand.
Period.
I don't know you.
Period. That's just it.
Yeah.
You have no following. You have nobody saying that your work is this. You know what I mean?
No one vouch for you. Yeah,
Exactly.
you don't have a look. You don't got a
Exactly.
brand. Because I do think branding is very important. Because
Right.
other than the music, I don't know what you stand for. I was like, what you stand for? You know what I
Morals
mean?
and everything. What you stand for as a
Yeah.
man, for real.
So I think like one of the hearing your music and just hearing you talk, I get a high. I get a little feeling of how your music is. But like, yeah, branding is just, like you said, man. They could have just called it water.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But they want to put something on it to make sure that they stand out. So that's all about the individual self. You got to make sure you stand out.
Yeah. How long did it take you to even get? Well, a lot of this stuff, it seemed like you just kind of did it naturally. But did you brand yourself kind of naturally, or?
Yeah, bro. It was weird one day because no, like I'm gonna put it like this. My boy Tommy B. Shout out my boy Thomas. He's an artist too out here in Vegas. I went to the studio one day and I was sitting down, and my original rap name that I went with myself was Careless, because I was careless, literally, like I didn't care for much at all. You know what I mean? So I went with that rap name, and he was like, "That's so underground. You're not that type of person." He's like, "It's so underground." He's like, "Yeah, it's so underground. Why you go with that?" He's like, "Why don't you go with your real name? Your real name is dope. I can hear people saying it." He's like, "Kyron." I'm like, "Yeah." What's gonna be your last name though? Like, how you just gonna say Kyron? I'm like, nah.
Yeah, no, you just.
And I always knew I'm from Las Vegas, and I'm very to the point where I know that even in Spanish, Las Vegas is the land of the Meadowz. That's what Las Vegas stand for. So I said I'm gonna name myself Kyron Meadowz, Kyron Vegas.
Okay.
So and the upsip side of my name is Kyron Vegas, but it's Kyron Meadowz.
That makes sense. And it's more household.
Yeah,
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
You know, the other day I liked it, but he did have a point.
He
It
had
was
a point.
kinda,
He was like,
I couldn't
you
imagine.
underground.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I couldn't imagine you like.
yeah, your board name, Kyron
Yeah.
Meadowz. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's more like superstar. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but even then, that's important about branding, even
Most
down
definitely.
to the name.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so.
So that right there, that's where that really started from.
Uh-huh.
And I say probably like 2 years ago, I started saying Meadowz Way
Okay,
or No
okay,
Way.
okay.
And that really set in stone. And after I put Meadowz Way or No Way, that was just it. I was like,
Okay.
I'm going with
It's
it.
like you stamped it,
good.
boom,
Yeah, it's
stamped.
it. Now got it, patent and everything. I'm like, it's
Okay.
it. That's
Yeah, you
it.
know in your heart when it's, you don't
Yeah,
question it.
yeah, that's
when
it.
it's-
About to get it tatted. type
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. This life, this for
Right,
life.
right.
So we got a couple more minutes, but tell them where to find you at, man. So
Oh, yeah,
want to
again,
find you and check out that song.
Oh yeah, Instagram again. You can go and get me at The Real Meadowz. Of course, on Facebook, you can go ahead and get me at Kyron Meadowz. And when it comes down to it, any other platform site, SoundCloud, Kyron Meadowz. That's what it is.
With that ass. Bro, we just talked about branding, bro.
Yeah, we did,
You
man.
took a point down.
But,
I'll let you stop.
But then we got you know, see my Spotify is Kyron Meadowz. Would you go ahead and just exactly jump on my Spotify and just type in Meadowz, and I'm gonna pop up for sure. So I dropped the Kyron on, so it's just Meadowz actually.
Okay,
When you go ahead
okay.
and jump on the Spotify, and other than that, just be looking for a lot of music. I don't have too much out. You know what I'm saying? I got enough work out so you can just feel kind of where I'm going to
Okay,
with
okay.
it. But I'm finna really hit the market hard.
Do you
know
got a
what I
lot of videos out on YouTube?
Mostly
Oh,
everything I
that's
dropped. That was my marketing strategies. You know, we was talking about marketing strategies. I was dealing to let people see my face first before they hear me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's. Man, I wish we had more time to talk. But yeah, no, but that's another thing too. Like,
Yeah.
when an independent artist I don't know, they drop an audio. I don't know you. It's
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
personal.
It's nothing
I don't
personal,
know
but I
you.
don't know you. I'm
I
not
gotta
gonna listen
see
to
you.
it.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, you got a point.
You know what I mean? So I started dropping visuals just so people be like, okay, you taking this serious. Oh, that's Kyron. Oh, that's the same Kyron. That's the same Kyron.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Come through. But yeah, that's what it
Like,
was.
I don't know if you can see that's you.
Yep. Yeah,
I'm
most
gonna
definitely.
hit that sub.
Most
Definitely check it out.
that's me.
But yeah, you do got a point, bro. You can't just drop an audio.
Oh,
No
you
one
can't.
knows you.
Right,
And even if you have a fan base, like I have a decent sized fan base, but there's still tons of people that don't know me.
Right.
So you gotta always act like no one knows
Yeah,
you.
yeah. And you keep putting that same grind.
Yeah,
out
I
there.
hate when the independent artist I don't know send me an audio.
Yeah.
I feel like I hate it, and it's not even like being funny.
Right.
It's just like
Right. I need to see. I need to see what you mean.
what you
and
stand
what
for,
you say.
like what
Yeah.
you got on, like how you
Exactly.
moving, like
Exactly. Exactly.
No, but that's smart though. Like, when did you realize that? Before we wrap up, like you gotta drop visuals the majority of the time.
Yeah. I realized that just off just the base of just how people look at things. People
Uh-huh.
love to see stuff. Like somebody come talking to you like, oh, I got $1 million, this and this and that. You want to see that?
Yeah, I wanna see that.
You trapping and you doing the thing, you swing, you got the gun and all that. So I want to see that. You know what I'm saying? You say you got the females and all that. I want to see that. I want to see what you're talking about. And I want to see if you real. I want to see if your body language on point and
Yeah,
everything. I want to
yeah,
see
what
if
you
you.
stand for.
I
Let
want
me
to
see
see if
your
you borrowed
eyes.
them. You feel me? I want to. Yeah, I want to see if you really about that. For real. Yeah.
So, all right, man, we out of here.
Yeah,
Good
most
conversation,
definitely.
man. Y'all already know where to find me.
Most definitely. Thanks for having me.
ERIC_STACKZ.
Most
Let's
definitely.
get it frequent.